Another type of viewport we can insert with a 2D and 3D view is the camera viewport. When you run the command, you can choose the camera symbol in order to activate the camera viewport. And you can choose if you want to use the internal Cad camera if you're working with AutoCAD. Otherwise, you can leave the virtual camera of Specifi. If you use the virtual camera of Specifi, you can also choose the distance. And for example, you can choose maybe very closed or big distance with a big zoom factor. And also you can also set the insertion height of your camera. If you are using AutoCAD, you can also activate use Cad camera. In this way, we can also set the length dimension. In this case, we can choose a big angle or a big zoom. I can choose 30 and I can press OK button. The software asks to draw always a rectangle, maybe like this. And then it permits me to insert my camera inside the viewport. Can insert, and then to identify the target of the camera. And now it creates a prospective viewport. We can also zoom. And if you enter inside the viewport, you can also use 3D orbit. You can call 3D orbit if you're using AutoCAD directly from there, from the toolbar. Otherwise, you can move to view and shade, and you can find also 3D orbit there. 3D orbit permits me to rotate the environment, and if you want, if you take Shift button pressed of your mouse, of your keyboard, you can also rotate just horizontally. You can use the wheel of the mouse to make a zoom. Otherwise, always with the Shift button pressed, you can also rotate vertically in order to identify the best point of view for your camera. We can press Escape button to exit from 3D orbit, and we can make a double click out. As you can see, we are working in wireframe, and in this way, AutoCAD or BricsCAD will work faster because they don't need to hide lines. You can also apply a shading inside each viewport, but I suggest always when you need to print to select the property and right-click Properties of the viewport and change the value of shade plot. Instead of legacy hidden, I can choose, for example, realistic or conceptual, and in this way we will have also in the preview, if we run the preview, we can see the result for our layout.